Kingston is the host to a number of communities. The largest South Korean community in Europe, a large Gujarati community, an Iraqi community, a Chinese community, a number of Eastern European communities, Muslim and Jewish communities, to name a few. But we also have a large Tamil community. Not the largest in the UK, but so large that Tamil is officially the second language in Kingston. All of our communities help to make Kingston the great borough that it is, officially the second happiest borough in London, something you'll be pleased to know we're working on for next year's statistics. But the Tamil community is an exemplar of how our diverse communities add to Kingston's life as a whole. Tamil shops and restaurants, Tamil staff in our hospitals and our GP surgeries and businesses, Tamil pupils at our schools, and not just any pupils, but some of the most outstanding pupils, as I learnt at the Tiffin Boys prize giving a few weeks ago, sympathising with the head of sixth form who had to try and read out the long names for all the best prizes. We also have 3 Tamil schools that I've had the pleasure of visiting that help with social integration and cultural enrichment for pupils of all ages. This twinning is a recognition of the great engagement our Tamil community has in Kingston with the wider community. But it goes further than that, because Jaffna, much like Kingston's Sri Lankan community, is majority Tamil, but there are also a number of Sinhalese and Muslim members of our population, just like the Sri Lankan population here. And this is a twinning for everyone, not just for one segment or one group. The last decade in Sri Lankan history in particular has been a sorry one. And whatever side you were on in the civil war, even if you were on no side, it is beyond dispute that tens of thousands of wholly innocent civilians were slaughtered and many more had their lives and livelihoods shattered. The north and the east of Sri Lanka remain war-ravaged and heavily militarised. Much progress needs to be made to improve the lives of all people living in those areas, but particularly those who were maimed, those who have lost close family members, and those who have lost their livelihoods. Now, this twinning is not going to solve all those problems in one go, but it is, I hope, a step in the right direction. It is, I hope, our borough, Kingston, doing its bit to help in the reconciliation and rebuilding works in the north of Sri Lanka. Shortly after my election as Member of Parliament for this constituency, I was fortunate to be elected by my fellow MPs as chair of the All Party Parliamentary Group for Tamils, a role to which I was re-elected just yesterday. And we have members from all the major parties, in fact all the parties in the UK Parliament, including my colleague and fellow Kingston MP, Zac Goldsmith, who is here with us tonight. And I can tell you there is a significant interest among my colleagues in this twinning and in how it can be replicated in their areas with other parts of Sri Lanka. And on the theme of all-party work, I am pleased that this twinning has been supported by political parties in Kingston, and that today's ceremony involves my friends and the Liberal Democrat councillors Yogan Yoganathan and Thai Thailand. It is my firm hope that this twinning will continue to bear fruit, whatever the future leadership is in Kingston or indeed in Jaffna in years to come. Since the referendum on our membership of the European Union, there have been suggestions that the UK is turning its gaze inwards. But nothing can be further from the truth, certainly in Kingston upon Thames. And I hope that this twinning with Jaffna demonstrates that our foreign-born residents are welcome here in Kingston, and that Kingston is an outward-looking borough, and a borough that is very much open for business. Many towns and cities in the UK have twinned with towns and cities abroad, and not all those twinnings have been successful. Some have fizzled out over time. Chief Minister, Mr. Leader, I am sure that the sense of purpose, commitment and dedication that you have shown to this twinning so far means that it will be successful and will stand the test of time. Successful for Kingston and Jaffna residents today, and successful for Kingston and Jaffna residents for many years to come.